Good day everyone, I am Edaiza Queen Rosario and today I am going to discuss the next topic which is about prostitution. So what is prostitution? Prostitution is the business or practice of engaging some other benefit. It is sometimes described in sexual relations in exchange for payment or as commercial sex. A person who works in this field is called a prostitute and is a kind of sex worker. Prostitution is one of the branches of the sex industry. So, as you can see, to sum up all, prostitution is a job or a business where it involves money and sex. So, there are different forms of prostitution. The direct form of prostitution and the indirect form of prostitution. So let's tackle first the direct forms of prostitution. So number 1, street. Clients solicited on the street, park, or other public places. So if you have heard from your friends nga kanang na sila yung makita niyo prostitutes nga mag-atang sa dan, that is a direct form of prostitution. Kanang mag-atang sila sa dan, waiting for somebody to pick them up or kanang ilang customer kana mo na term. Next is the brothel, premises explicitly dedicated to providing sex. So brothel is a building na siya gi-build intended for prostitution jud, for sex. Yes. Next is escort. Client contacts sex worker by phone or via hotel staff. So it is understandable already. Private. Client contacts sex worker by phone. So diretsoan na direct jud. Like it's either they have met before and they exchange numbers. That's why kanang mutawag ra sila directly to do the business. Next is 5. Window or doorway, brothels with sex workers on public display. Next is the indirect forms of prostitution. So, number 1, bondage and discipline. Sexual fantasy through role play. So, kani siya nga type of indirect prostitution. It is a form of prostitution where the customer is just watching sa kanang naay ga role play dira. Yes, sexual content nga role play and mutan-aw lang sila ana mo na mga workshop. Ang katong mga prostitute is mao to sila nag-acting sa role play sa katong yes kana lap dancing, a development involving erotic dancing at close quarters. So, kay ba naman taon sa lap dancing ka nang musayaw diri sa lap sa customer. Ang prostitute, of course, ang musayaw. Next is massage parlor. Premises ostensibly dedicated to providing massage. So, kani siya, obviously, massage, ganun, sa imong body, and sometimes they provide sex. Or the customer will ask service which is sex. So mo na siya ang prostitution. Yes, it is a kind of prostitution. Next is traveling entertainers. Persons involved in entertainment may also provide sexual services. Yes, and number 5, beer girls. Young women hired by major companies to promote and sell products in bars. So, prostitution pa din na siya. Ang kanang mga babae nga kanang himog model, I think. Yes. Like liberated kay ang content and kanang very nude and lewd kana. Prostitution pa na siya. Next is the reasons to prostitution. So, the women. Some women have stated that they are attracted by the large sums of money they can earn while they are still young. So, makita ta sa Facebook or it's either our friends nga mangita og sugar daddies because they are attracted to kanang money nga ma-provide or ma-give ana nga person, and sometimes they provide sex in order for them to help their family. Mo siguro na ilang reasons kanang gipit na kayo mo nang magkuan na lang mamiga. Yes, kana mo na ilang term. Next is others see it as a way to pay for university, education, and further advancement. Most state that they intend to leave the business once they have earned the amount they want or need. So, napoy ka ng sponsor sa to pay the tuition fees. Sa ilang tuition fees, that's why they do prostitution kay mahal kay ang tuition. And sometimes po, sa tayo makitaan nga very terrible nga pangitabo, like teachers and student kanang mahagbong na ang mahagbong na ang student, and they provide sex to the teacher because ay para dili lang sila hagbungon. It is a kind of prostitution as well. Next is they also see themselves as helping men save their marriages by supplying something they cannot get at home or helping them chase away loneliness when they are on business trips. So, mausa daw kuno na ang reason why ang girl is mahimong prostitute. Marag nga sila kind of feeling siguro nga they need to help men to satisfy their needs. Next is the men. Reasons to prostitution. The men, believing they are ugly and unable to have sex without paying for it. So, the reason why ang uban laki mamiga or they pay for a prostitute, it is because they feel unattractive and kanang walay babae nga mo patol nila kana. Next is wanting sex but without all of emotional involvement that comes with a girlfriend, marriage, and family. Wanting casual sex with no obligations attached. So common ni siya sa mga boys, which is kanang walay mga uyab or di pa ready to commit, but they have to fulfill or they have to satisfy their desires, need nilang pleasure, so that's why they pay for sex. Next is being convinced that their genitalia is too small and that any average woman would laugh at and reject them. So, kani siya nga kind of prostitution is kanang ang lalaki maong mo pay siya for sex, it is because mauwaw siya sa iyang organ. And dili siya proud, maybe wala kunoy mudawat niya nga any kind of girl. Kung prostitute man good is dili na sila katanggi, I guess. Dili sila katanggi because money na good na, kwarta na ang hisgutan.